Hey guys, I want to give you guys a quick heads up that this village that I'm building in today's video did not get complete in one episode, and part 2 will be out tomorrow. Reason being, I actually went through my entire world upgrading it because my duo, a surprise guest on the channel, just joined my world today and I had to prepare for that. And the video with him will be up either on the weekend or early next week, so stay tuned to the channel and subscribe because it's going to be one of my coolest videos yet and you're not going to want to miss this collaboration. Anyway, we got the perfect start in today's video on this project, so I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back. Today, we are going to be transforming this completely average village into my new dream village. Let's take you on a tour of this thing first off before we do any work in today's video. And as you can see, there's potential here. For example, there's a bunch of buildings that are honestly not horrible. You know, there's a bunch of holes taken out of them and like none of them are actually fully structured. But I want to list off a few reasons why I picked this particular abandoned village to start with. And if you could see behind me, those are the yellow towers, which means that if we zoom out on our map, we are super close to not only our grasslands village, but also our desert mansion, which means we're also very close to not one, but 2 of our ice villages as well. And if that wasn't enough to convince you, taking a look around this place, there's a lot of potential in this specific spot of land. For example, if we walk down this pathway, as you can see, there's some very interesting defined pathways that actually lead to the entrances of the buildings. And pathways like these aren't even able to be made currently in Lego Fortnite. You have to find ones that are already there. And I think it's a really nice touch on the design side of things. So we're going to be utilizing that along with these pre-built buildings to make, like I said, my dream village. Anyway, this project is going to be very exciting because I've never done anything like this where I edit pre-existing buildings. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But if you guys are new to the channel, we upload a Lego Fortnite video every single day. And we're also on the road to 1 million subscribers. So be sure to subscribe if you guys are new. Anyway, there's a chest behind us here and okay, there's nothing in here. We're gonna keep it though because I want to keep as much of the pre-existing landscape as possible. And if we come up here, there's also an unexplored chest, which also has nothing. I thought if they're glowing, that means I haven't opened them before, but I guess that we'll just leave them. And like I just said, the more unique aspects of this place, like these pre-existing chests, like the mailbox right here, the garbage can, etc., are all going to be kept, and we are going to build right around it. So let's go back to that beacon over there, because that's where our main village is, along with all of the materials we're going to need for this project. And like I said, the location of this village is amazing, because yeah, it's close to my main village, but it's far enough away where I'm not going to get hit with all of the lag spikes that I've been getting when I go to my main base. A warning is going to pop up on the top of our screen, and this warning has absolutely ruined this part of our world, unfortunately. But you know, on the bright side, we still have access to all of our villagers pretty easily. But you know, we're over here for materials, but we're also always going to have easy access to our villagers whenever we need them. But let's get up here to our storage room and grab some items that we're going to need. And it looks like I already had some stuff in my inventory. So to kick today's build off, we're going to go ahead and melt some iron. It's basically the only preparation we need to do other than get our wood and granite. And it looks like the iron is already done and we have everything we need to get started on today's journey. But before we get into the build today, thanks for clicking on the video and I hope you guys enjoy. Wait. What in the world? This is very odd. I don't know how this happened. I was going through my inventory and I guess I just accidentally clicked the wrong skin. This is the first time I'm not wearing axolotl and I look goofy. 1 second. All right, that's a little bit better. Anyway, there are a ton of really cool skins that come out for Lego. So if you guys are buying any, be sure to use code Kaz. I think I've only plugged my supporter creator code once in my life. And if you guys are buying skins, then yeah, I should probably be plugging that more often. Anyway, if you use my code, I absolutely love you. But we are back over here. As you can tell, it's not a long travel and it's time to get started on this. Well, there's a problem. I already have the stamina bug, but that's not going to deter us from getting some work done. Let's go ahead and do a little bit because I've already backed out too many times. First thing we're going to do, as always with these build projects, is throw down 2 grand chests. And I swear emptying out a full inventory of clutter is like taking a pee after a long day of having to hold it. Sorry if that was a weird analogy. It's just, I don't know how else to describe it. What am I even saying? I don't know. Okay, now let's go back into this chest straight away and only grab the things that we need, which is basically just going to be some wood and some granite. So first thing I'm gonna do is plop a village down right in the center here, and I want to make sure it's centered. So about right here should be a great place to launch it. As always, we have to choose an icon. I think I'm gonna go with the castle, and I feel like I don't have anything in this green color yet, so we'll use green. So let's go ahead and get started. I just need to be super careful not to destroy things that I don't want, because a lot of these pieces I'm not going to be able to restore. So without further ado, here's the first breaking point, and okay, that's a good start. And we can go ahead and just restore that so it's no longer a broken piece. Same thing over here. I believe that this archway piece is one that we can just fill in. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to be very careful about what we break, like I just said. But at the same time, priority number one is basically gonna be restoring every single building to as close as we could get it to the original. So for instance, in this case, I'm gonna put a window down. I know that the wall was solid before, but I think the window definitely looks better here. Unfortunately, as you look through this, there's a lot of broken pieces. Even something like this isn't a full floor, so I'm gonna have to chop that out. I'm gonna have to chop this out, and you guys get the point. It's gonna be a lot, but this is our challenge today, so I'm very excited to keep on going. We're gonna have to use our own creativity with this as well, because if we're being honest, I feel like a lot of these builds don't even really have any real direction to them. They're just bits and pieces, and we can really take creative control. And I've been doing a lot of talking. Let me do this little tiny building as a speed run, and I'll show you guys what we come out with. Okay, and the first building restoration is complete. If you just take a quick look at it, it's nothing impressive at all. It's more of the idea that this was an abandoned building just hanging on by threads that we completely restored. Now, there's still no decorations in here. There's a little bit of storage, but that's about it. But don't you worry, we're turning this into an entire village like the title says, so we'll get to that later. But first, let's go ahead and upgrade our village for the first time because we can do that. And also, I don't know if you saw that, but we have 14 villages in this world. I'm starving, but I can also upgrade my village again, so let's go ahead and I need planks. I think that's a great opportunity to utilize our room that we just built because we're gonna need a lumber mill. So we'll go ahead and just put it inside of this garage for easy access and make a few planks. Now, looking at the building right next to it, I don't even know what this one's supposed to be. It's a raised building, but there's like no structure at all. This is one that we can get creative with, and I think that's what I'm gonna work on next. All we do know about this building is at one point it used yellow walls from the Pleasant Park prefab. If we go over to our building prefabs, you can see that this is the same exact wall that they're using, so we're gonna go crazy with the yellow build. Let's go ahead and first off destroy the building that's already here because we're not gonna be needing this. So let's break this last thing, and before we get started, let's grab these planks that we just cooked up and upgrade our village to level 3. And level 4 is already ready. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be back in a second. And we are back, not only with the stuff to upgrade this tier, but also some future tiers. So I'll dump the rest of the stuff into our chests. I know I'm wasting some time where I should be building, but don't worry, we're gonna get over to this spot and get very creative in a second here. The only reason I want to upgrade to 5 is because 5 is important. At level 5, you get must-see destination, where rare explorers will visit the village. I'm not sure what kind of rare explorers visit a Grasslands village. Honestly, it's been a while since I made one here, but I want to see what we can do. We're going to spend a lot of time here, so I might as well see who shows up, because we have Raptor, but he's not going to cut it. Also, okay, let's go ahead and just get started. I've been wasting too much time. I'm gonna back out so we get daytime, and then we're gonna start on build number 2. And I cut it out of the video, but I just went out and I got 500 new pieces of granite for this build. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, and this is what we got so far. You guys obviously just saw me do this. It looks like this is shaping out to be our biggest building yet. And what we're doing is, instead of using this as our building, since it's such a small part of land, we're extending it out this way since the village does expand that way. So the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is actually add a secret underground in the form of this one door. And we're gonna follow that up with walls that go all the way around the bottom to support the entire structure. So there is that. And simply with this, you can already see that it looks pretty solid. The idea is that inside of this room, I'll be able to store all of my chests and other items. But not only that, on top of it, we've also got not only 1, but 2 platforms that we can build on top of. So let's get to work on that. But first, I want daytime, so we're gonna back out. I back out a lot when I'm making these videos, I'm gonna be honest. And we are back. Let's start out with some railings. And the railing fits perfectly, which is a great sign. Oh, I just forgot 2 pieces. There we go. If you've been watching, you know I'm a big fan of these railings. But if you remember, initially it was a yellow building, and I did not forget about that. That is going to be the centerpiece of this build, and the reason that I kind of sectioned this whole thing off, because we're immediately going to go ahead and build something pretty cool, and I have no idea what the outcome of this is going to be. So we're going to just put down some builds, and we're going to get to work. And the base of our building is now done. It's very oddly shaped, but I think it could come together pretty well. I'm just gonna build it a little bit higher. All right, and fast forwarding a little bit, you can see that I built up a second floor, but we're just gonna finish off the roof and then I'll see you when it's done. Okay, and the building is done. So here is what it looked like before. You guys just saw this a second ago. Run down and there was basically nothing there at all. And fast forwarding to current day, now this is what it looks like. We've got two buildings. It's basically a combination of the Castle Gallery and of course the Pleasant Park Gallery, like I was talking about earlier, but you open these gates and go up the main entryway and you see this. I couldn't really figure out what to do with the roof, so I left it like that for now, but as you open the door, what you'll notice is it's a pretty small building. Not a whole lot of room for anything, and if you go up to the top, kind of the same thing. We do have perfect flooring in here, which is nice, but other than that, there isn't a whole lot you can do. My idea for this building is that we're gonna keep it as our villager living situation. I'm thinking that I'll have all of the beds up here on the top floor, and then on the bottom, I'll have a couple workstations, and then obviously scattered around this entire village will be the rest of them. But this is a super protected area, so our villagers, when they live here, will have nothing to worry about. And I have some big ideas for how we're gonna incorporate this, since it is, of course, so close to our main village. And hint, hint, I think that I'm gonna bring all of my rarest villagers to actually live here full time. But that'll probably be in tomorrow's episode, because like I said, we're not gonna finish this thing in one episode. But I think that the progress we're making is pretty nice, because yeah, the building behind me looks good. Now, the next thing we're gonna do to make this village feel more official, because at the moment, it still looks a little bit like it did at the beginning, let's be honest. Obviously, we have two built out buildings, but that's not enough. If we pull out any sort of build, it'll show us the village line, and you can see the corner is right here, but it's a perfect square. And this is something that I haven't done with any of my villages in a long time, and that's actually protect the thing. Now, I've really been loving the gray castle gallery, and specifically, I've really been loving these castle fences, so I think that I want to protect it with these. Let's go ahead and take it over all the way to the corner, though, and we'll put down our first castle fence. Again, the purpose of this is to protect our village from mobs and enemies and basically anything that can get inside and harm our villagers. And this is a very clean way to do it because this is basically a half wall. It doesn't go super high up, but it's still effective enough to work. Plus, after I build the entire thing up, anywhere I want, I can place these little fences to actually get in and out. Obviously, I don't really want one here. That wouldn't make a lot of sense, but in general, I can do that. And the last thing I'll note about this before I continue to do it all the way around is it's a very easy way to get village levels. And let's see if we're ready to actually upgrade our village. It looks like we are, but we need some granite slabs. So I'm going to actually make the second crafting bench. We've already made, what is it called? We've already made the lumber mill, but now we're going to go ahead and make a stone breaker. And you know what? I'm one piece of marble short of doing that. That's kind of annoying. And we made it back. You know, like I just said, I put the lumber mill in this one, and the only other spot with a roof at the moment is this building right here. So for the time being, that's where this is gonna go. We'll cook up our granite slabs, and while that's going, we're gonna continue around the outside, and then we'll upgrade our village. And wow, would you look at that? It actually connects perfectly. I did this exactly how I wanted to. The nice thing about this is we have a lot of empty land in this corner, which is going to be really fun. I have ideas for a few things we want to do here, but the first of which is going to be a watchtower. I think that a watchtower makes a lot of sense here. And yes, this is very controversial, but this time around, I'm actually going to try a blueprint. I know this is probably the second time I've ever done this in my entire Lego Fortnite career. And I honestly don't even, okay, here we go. We're just going to follow this blueprint. It should be very simple, and it's gonna make this place look a little bit more filled out. So not much to see here, but I'll catch up with you guys when I'm done. All right, and the build is complete. I know this is a Lego game and this should be obvious, but following a blueprint is kind of fun because it's like building a Lego set. You know, I don't do it too often, so it's nice when I do. Also, we got a villager here. Honestly, not like we need sunflower. I don't think we need sunflower, unfortunately, but it's nice that villagers are starting to show up. Also, that looks pretty cool. I have an idea for what I want to build in this corner, but I can't do it at the moment. I need to gather some resources, and that'll probably be in the next video. The last thing that I want to do in today's video is first off, upgrade that village, and these granite slabs are fully cooked, so we can do that right now. Level 6 has been acquired, and I bet you level 7 is already ready. Yeah, it is. Since I'm ending this video without actually completing the entire build, I feel bad, so I might as well upgrade the village as much as I can. And one more thing that I wanted to do was lay out some campfires. This is an excellent way to light up your village. If you didn't know, obviously you can put lights around, but they're not going to light it up nearly as much as a campfire. So I like to do this from time to time. Again, these are not permanent and they'll probably be gone by next episode, but it definitely lights the place up and makes it feel a little bit more at home. It's also nice that we have Sunflower just fighting all our battles for us. We chefed up some marble slabs and we'll redeem them for our village level 7. And that's going to about do it for the episode today. As you can see, level 8 is ready. I'm already cooking the materials to do it. And in tomorrow's episode, I should have this entire thing finished. Like I said in the intro, I'm sorry I wasn't able to do this entire build today, but if you enjoyed and you watched all the way until the end, I absolutely love you. Drop a like, and I will catch y'all in tomorrow's video. But it's been your boy Kaz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.